just back up, okay? So don't be a butthole and pretend like you're a considerate human being for 2 seconds, okay? Jeez. So you're thinking of hopping on a plane and traveling to some rad, far-flung destination to do some serious camping, or backpacking, or bikepacking, or whatever the heck it is you love to do. Awesome! Highly recommend exploring beyond your own backyard if you can swing it. But flying with all of your camping gear can be intimidating. Like, what can you even bring with you? And more importantly, what can you not? Fortunately, I've flown across the country many times with camping and backpacking gear without getting a single thing confiscated, I might add. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, I did voluntarily hand over a pocket knife to TSA one time because I forgot I put it in my hip pack instead of my checked luggage. But other than that, my bags have never been rifled through nor gear confiscated, my checked luggage never ripped open nor illegal gear pilfered. Huzzah! Am I right? But before we get into it, make sure you watch till the end to find out about this month's Patreon giveaway. So let's break it down based on what type of bag you plan to use to bring all your gear with you on your travels. Now, if you're like me, you'd prefer to avoid checking luggage at all costs. Mostly because I hate waiting for it at the carnival of horrors that is the baggage claim carousel. Which, can we just talk about that for a sec? I mean, like just a sec, I promise. Because listen, until you see your bag coming toward you and it is less than 20 feet away, stay away from the carousel. 200 passengers do not need to all have their knees pressed up against the railing when their bags aren't even in sight. Everybody just back up, okay? You're not gonna miss your stupid luggage go by. What you are gonna do is block everybody else from being able to get their bag when it goes by. So don't be a butthole. Back up and pretend like you're a considerate human being for 2 seconds, okay? Jeez, listen, sorry. Just a pet peeve of mine. Drives me crazier than maybe anything else in the entire airport. But back to the point. So if you're not checking a bag, you're just bringing a carry-on, which if you saw our video about carrying on backpacks, which we'll link to here, you already know you can usually get away with something up to 50, maybe 55 liters depending on the airline, which I find is plenty big enough for many adventures, especially if you can also bring along a tote bag or other small personal item, but you know, your packing style may vary, so do what you gotta do. But what gear can you carry on in that bag? A lot of the standard stuff, including clothing and sleeping bags, inflatable sleeping pads, your mess kit, even backpacking stoves, electric lighters, and tents, though stakes and poles are usually a no-go. You can also pack bug spray, sunscreen, and other liquids like multi-purpose Castile soap as long as they're under 3.4 fluid ounces. What you can't carry on are fuel-based lighters, trekking poles, or sharp knives, even if they're part of your mess kit. Now, if you want to bring some of those restricted items, you'll have to check a bag. If you do, you can bring your tent, stakes, and poles, all your soft clothing and gear, of course, sharp objects like knives, crampons, hatchets, ice tools, etc. You can also pack camping and backpacking stoves. But there are no electric lighters allowed in checked luggage, and any fuel-based lighters have to be of the refillable variety, and they do have to be empty. Speaking of, there are also a few items you might want to have for camping or backpacking, but that you absolutely cannot carry on or check in your luggage. That includes bear spray, matches, single-use lighters, and any type of fuel, whether it's for stoves, lighters, whatever. No fuel. All that stuff you're just gonna have to buy when you land. So find out where the nearest gear store is at your final destination and head there before you set off into the wilderness, okay? Now, these are all TSA rules and regulations and are valid for travel in and around the US. International travel may result in different rules. For example, security in Costa Rica once confiscated not only the table knife in my travel cutlery kit, but my fork too. Don't ask me why. That said, if you're traveling in the US and have a piece of gear you're unsure about, head over to the TSA website and check the list of prohibited items. If you're still not sure, well, TSA has a very helpful Ask TSA Twitter account where you can get highly specific with your requests, and they'll let you know if you can bring it along or if you have to leave it at home. There you have it. What outdoor gear is allowed and what's not in your carry-on or checked luggage. Did we miss anything? Do you just have more questions now? Drop them in the comments. Oh, and go ahead and ring that bell and hit subscribe while you're down there. It would actually mean so very much to us if you did. And hey, did you know we have a Patreon? We do! Memberships start at like $2 and you get entered into gear giveaways, get access to extra videos, you can help suggest what gear we review next, and more. So go check it out, patreon.com/Terradrift. This month's giveaway is a mere everyday straw cup. You're gonna love it, so much better than Stanley. Also follow us on Insta and Twitter and Facebook. We're at Terradrift. And you can go find even more helpful tips and some of our favorite travel gear over on terradrift.com. Then pack your bags, kids. Don't bring the bear spray and wander on.